Sanjay there. Now let me bring in Dr. Perry Wilson, an associate professor of medicine at Yale. So good morning. So what was your response when the guidance went out?
Yeah, I admit I had mixed feelings about this one. I think on science, the CDC is largely correct here, but when science becomes policy, things can go wrong. So, we have to remember the reason really that we were all wearing masks primarily was to prevent transmitting infections to others. They do protect you a little bit, but really it's about reducing spread. And we now know that vaccines do that too. So vaccines reduce even the rate of asymptomatic infection. Vaccines are better than masks at preventing spread from one person to another person. So scientifically, that's right. But the policy is pretty tough, and it creates, what we would call a moral hazard, where people who are unvaccinated can potentially go into places without wearing a mask, and because that's going to be, the assumption will be that if you're doing that, you're vaccinated. The real question here is masking just going to sort of fade away? And we do know for those who are unvaccinated, masking does prevent transmission of infection, which is still important in this country.
So what about you? What are you going to do? You're fully vaccinated.
Yeah, so if you're vaccinated, you really are safe. So I'm not concerned about myself being in the grocery store without a mask, even if there are unvaccinated people not wearing masks or around there. Breakthrough infections are incredibly rare once you've been vaccinated, and even then, the infections are quite mild. So on an individual level, if you're vaccinated, hey, for you, the pandemic is basically over. But not everyone's vaccinated. That includes children, a huge percentage of this country, and I do have kids with me who come to the grocery store. It also includes people, organ transplant recipients who are on immunosuppression, and even if they've been vaccinated, may not have all that protection. And of course, as a physician, I also want to protect unvaccinated people, even if they just choose not to get vaccinated. So on an individual level, sure, but I still think we all need to worry about our community.
Okay, what are the concerns about it possibly leading to another virus surge?
Well, the virus is going to surge based on transmission. And so I think what many of us, we expected the mask mandates to be lifted, but we were thinking it would happen when we're closer to that herd immunity threshold, when the virus just doesn't have a lot of targets to continue spread. We're not there yet. We want to make progress there. So now it's a bit of a race against time. We need to get people vaccinated before we give the chance for the virus to have another foothold. It's the summer, which we think maybe the case rates will go down a bit. So hopefully we have that window. But again, I encourage everyone, let's do this. Get out there, get vaccinated. We can still beat this thing. We don't have to say we're sort of giving up and just going to tolerate COVID. We can still win.
All right, Doctor, thank you. I appreciate it.